What's up? This is Jack McNeil, or MLB Talk 123 here. This is postseason edition. Baseball truly only comes once a year. Now, this postseason has been absolutely magical when it comes to teams like the Oakland A's beating out the Rangers to get into a divisional series versus the Tigers, winning Game 4 walk-off style after being down 0-2 in the series. Tigers eventually use their ace, Justin Verlander, and win the series, get it done, and get what most people expected was to be a series win. Now, the Yankees did the same here in Game 5 with the Orioles. They started their ace, their workhorse, CC Sabathia. And yes, he has not had as good a year as others. Some people can criticize about how much money he is making compared to his market value, but listen, he is worth every penny of it in starts like this, and really in most starts. This guy is a workhorse. He provides over 200 innings. His velocity and his fastball, yes, it has gone down, but he battles. He works 8+ innings so many times. It just doesn't look like he ever gets tired. He knows how to adjust when his velocity is down. He has great, just fantastic secondary stuff, and he really represents the New York Yankees in so many ways, a fighter. These Yankees teams had to deal with a lot of injury this year. A lot of people can criticize about all the money and, how easy it could be for the Yankees to win. But again, you have to remember, they still have to put a team on the field, and they still have to win. They have aging stars like A-Rod, Derek Jeter. They have guys that they signed like Raul Ibanez, who signed for $1.1 million, who came up huge this year and in the postseason. They have guys like Eric Chavez, who had to play for extended period of time because A-Rod was hurt. Michael Pineda, who they dealt their top prospect, Jesus Montero, for in the offseason, missed all year. They had to deal with a lot of injury this year. Mariano Rivera, Jabbar Chamberlain. The list goes on and on. But for them to come into Game 5 tied with the Orioles in this series, I think Orioles fans can be extremely happy with the result, getting this far into the postseason, and Yankees fans have to be happy. I mean, this is a stellar job getting the series done, coming up big when they needed to. They were at home the last 3 games. Some could argue they should have got it done last night. Cardinal fans will argue that they should have got it done last night as well. I mean, everyone will argue that if they're ahead in the series, but the Baltimore Orioles, I have to give them a lot of credit. They played fantastic. They have developing stars, a lot of prospects, guys like Manny Machado who got great experience in this postseason. You have guys that they traded for, like Chris Davis in the past. You have guys like free agent signings and waiver deals like Nate McLeod, who they got late in the season. I don't think anybody expected the Orioles to fight with the Yankees legitimately to get that spot in the AL East. They won 93 games. I mean, this is a fantastic year for the Orioles. It's got to inspire a lot of people. A lot of revenue for the city of Baltimore. Really allow this organization in the offseason. They're going to be able to spend a lot more. They're going to be able to look at many more options. And going forward, the future is extremely bright for the Baltimore Orioles. They'll be fighting with the Yankees every year for that AL East title, along with the Rays. I mean, it's such a competitive division, but with that second wildcard spot, it does make it easier, and they did get in this year. So I want to congratulate the Orioles. Before we talk a little bit more about the Yankees have had a great season overall, the best in the American League, obviously, winning the AL East, fighting until the very end against the Orioles. And really, the Orioles and the Yankees had to play each other something like 16 or 18 times this year. I mean, just so many times. They know each other extremely well. That's the point out of that. They've all seen each other. They've seen their pitchers. They've faced off. And I think to see Sabathia go out there and pitch 9 complete innings after I know for a fact he's pitched for them before. He's pitched for them even in this series, and he did a fantastic job in both games. He pitched 1.53 ERA in the playoffs, but nothing against Hamill. He pitched a very good game too. He went into the 6th inning, only allowed 2 runs, 6 strikeouts. That's extremely good. And the bullpen for the Orioles did a nice job, but really all the Yankees needed was Sabathia this one. And some people will say, oh, you keep him in for the 9th. I love the move there. It allows the relievers to stay fresh because, this is a quick turnaround to the ALCS, as the Yankees will start their Game 1 of the ALCS tomorrow versus the Detroit Tigers, who won last night. It's going to be a very close series. I mean, the Detroit Tigers, fantastic team. I think they're World Series bound. This Yankees team has been tough all year. They have the pitching to get it done. They have the relief pitching to get it done. They have the offense if it can show up. Their offense was a main problem in this series. Guys like Curtis Granderson not really hitting until tonight with a home run. That was a big part of this. There was also a big foul ball play that was counted a foul. Nate McLeod hit a home run. Well, what appeared to be a home run, it was barely foul. There were some rumors that an usher heard it nick the foul ball or the foul pole, but they checked the ball. There's no paint on it. The umpires ruled it foul, so that was not a home run. That was a really big play that kind of shifted some momentum. Baltimore really didn't have many opportunities to score until late in the game when they had the 8th inning with 1 out and bases loaded. They were not able to score off CC Sabathia, and that was really the defining and turning moment in this game where you knew CC was going to finish this thing off, and the Yankees, who had a fantastic year, were going to the ALCS. Now, the Yankees did struggle, pretty extreme on offense. A-Rod had to be benched. That was the biggest story in this playoff series was he had 9 strikeouts and 16 at-bats and was actually benched this game and the last game and was pinch hit for by Raul Ibanez, who came up huge. He hit 500 in the series. You're going to see him play a lot more and only 6 at-bats, but he had 2 of the biggest hits in this whole series. You know, Game 3 was really the defining series. You had the defining moment of CC Sabathia in this game, but there's so many moments in the playoffs that really can turn. It's game by game, at bat by at bat, and pitch by pitch. And if someone's struggling and they have a good at bat, it changes everything. If they get a hit, it changes everything. You might be talking so bad about one player not doing well, the next at bat he hits a home run, all of a sudden it's looking forward to Curtis Granderson having an extremely good ALCS against his former team, the Tigers. Now this Tigers team will be ready to play. Jim Leyland, one of his last years as a manager, most likely, maybe his last as Detroit Tigers as his contract ends after this year. This Tigers team is prime and ready to go. The Detroit Tigers had a fantastic postseason last year after they beat the Yankees, end up losing to the Texas Rangers. Honestly, that was kind of destiny for the Rangers to get back to the World Series, only to lose it, being only 1 strike away, as we all know how that went. But the Tigers, I think, will go to the World Series. Now, if you're a Yankees fan, I think you'll think very differently than that, especially if you're a hardcore Yankees fan. Watching this team all year, you know how good they can be. Nothing against the Yankees, but I think it will be an extremely close series. But I personally predict that the Tigers will win in 6 or 7 games. But honestly, it doesn't matter who predicts anything. No one predicted the Cardinals to win last year. No one predicted the Orioles to get in the playoffs late in the season. No one predicted the Athletics to beat the Rangers on the last day of the regular season. So it doesn't matter. Predictions aside, it's about playing baseball and executing. And this Tigers team is going to be ready to play. They have fantastic starting pitching, ERA 1.30, and if the Yankees offense struggles, they're going to make them pay. Verlander versus CC Sabathia, Game 3, going to be a great matchup. And Game 1, Pettit is set to start. Now, the biggest trade this year for the Yankees, you know, you would think it would be the Michael Pineda, but he was hurt all year. That was very unfortunate. I would have liked to see him pitch. Very excited to watch early on last season, and it can be very important for the Yankees moving on. But if you're talking about right now, Ichiro was huge for them. Brett Gardner is just getting back now, but when he was gone, you know, the Yankees were missing defense. They're missing speed. They're missing someone who potentially could be at the top of the lineup, providing a spark to their offense. And not only that, he did add a spice and some chemistry to this team. Everyone was excited about Ichiro. You're looking at the biggest market team get the biggest Japanese superstar. I mean, he's a sensation all across the world. It was hitting Twitter, YouTube. I made a video about it. It was like 20,000 views. I mean, it really does show everyone across the world tuning in to see Ichiro go to the biggest known team and the most successful with 27 world championships. One of my other videos, I made a mistake, said 26. I got probably like 50 comments on it, so I want to correct that right there. 27 and could be 28
27
after a great win in ALDS, getting the job done. And they will have to step up their offense against guys like Justin Verlander and others for the Tigers. I would love to go on all day about the Yankees, but I do not have enough time. Got to get back to the Cardinals game as my favorite team is being crushed right now by the Nationals, potentially ending their year. Very disappointing note to end the video, but for the Yankees, celebration begins, but a quick turnaround tomorrow as the game starts tomorrow night, I believe, on Fox. The ALCS, good luck to all of you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.